benefit of my mother and and my relatives, because I do have a master's degree in cello. I went to Juilliard. I studied with the great Leonard Rose, but I met Nam June Paik, and I really did, from that point on, devote my life to the new works.
What other forms of cellos do you foresee in the near future?
Well, a friend of mine, Jim McWilliams, has already made me an ice cello and a chocolate cello. I mean, there's no end to what can happen.
Then you eat not to be on there, so don't worry. I will cut it off from there.
It's good, you shouldn't. You're being very bad if you do.
I will cut it off. This should be exactly when on the, you can do only this, okay? But not, okay, again.
I'm not used to screaming.
compose the music.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do, as I get older, I do more things rather than less. But I still write music. Just this morning I gave my copyist a new work for orchestra
Oh, really? Real orchestra.
in Yugoslavia.
Oh, yeah? That's great.
Then I wrote recently a whole group of pieces called Music
Yes.
for,
4.
and there are, I think, 9 parts. So it could be music for 9,
Yeah.
music for 8, music for 7, or any 6 or any 2, any combination.
Combination.
It can also go with a piece for orchestra called Renga,
What?
Renga,
Renga.
which is Japanese too.
Renga.
You see, I'm practically Japanese.
Yeah.
Love
is the best we've got.
is the best we've got. Thank you, Judith. Yeah. And the problem is to be able to love.
Yeah.
We've been conditioned to be afraid of each other, just as a basic, in the competitive world, we're conditioned to fear that the other person is going to cheat us, hurt us, outdo us, outsmart us, and this conditioning we should just rebel against. And this is where the real rebellion comes in, to say, I'm not going to be conditioned to be a person afraid, and I'm not going to make others afraid, and I'm going to be vulnerable, and I'm going to stand for vulnerability, because that's a great virtue, to say, I'm not going to make you afraid of me, and I'm also not going to be afraid of you.
Motivator! Motivator! Motivator!
Okay, so, sir, would you ask me a
So
question?
may I ask you?
Yes, would you, so that I can answer you?
So tell me something. Have you been in Island Guadalcanal?
Oh, I was in the island of Guadalcanal with Nam June Pike and my husband Frank.
Yeah.
We did an incredible documentary there.
Yeah, I know.
I nearly died there
Yeah.
from ear infection and mosquito bites, but it was a great experience.
How did you feel while you were in the island?
Beautiful experience. To perform on the battlefields where our American men had been and where the Japanese men had been, for me, was a spiritual experience. And I will never forget it. It'll be a highlight all my life. Former servicemen have reached the retirement.
ああ、やっと終わったよ。もう引きをする時間はなかったね、1週間。
すごい。
まあ
消費がいろんな人に会いましたね。
そう運が良かったね。ジョン・ケージもリビング・シアットもシャーロットもね、まあこいつ悪いけどお互いに運のいい人だろうね。
先輩の先輩の先輩ぐらいでしょ、ジョン・ケージなんて。なんていうの、やっぱりパークさんと同時にケージなんかもね、小さい時からファンだったけど、まさかこうやって会ってね、一緒のビデオに収まるとは思わなかったけど、ものすごい、そういえば最初の美術館でやったね、東京でのエキシビションはどうでした、ご自身では。
僕は非常に満足してますよ。それはね、それにピラミッドもやっぱり場所を移してみて、そこでも到達したらね。
What we are going to do is perform my silent piece somewhere in Manhattan. We are assuming that the entire island is, so to speak, a concert hall, and what we're trying to find out is where we should go to hear the concert. For that purpose, I have counted the number of streets and avenues given on this map, including the piers, coming to the number 981. And on this chart, I have related the number 981 to the E. King number of 64. I have this computer printout of the E. King. Here we are between 104th and 105th Street on 3rd Avenue. This is the location given to us by the E. King for the first movement of this 4-movement performance in Manhattan of the silent piece. I will be silent during that period so that we can listen to the sounds of this environment.
What are you thinking about? About music.
We are now at a dead end of 203rd Street and Harlem River. This is the location for the second movement, which will only be 14 seconds long. Mitchell Place is at the foot of Beekman Place, and this is the position that E. King gave us for the last movement. This is the kind of music that anyone can make. All you have to do is open your ears and listen.